because I've read 10,000 research papers that are based on something called the random walk hypothesis, which pretty much says that you can't predict the prices of individual stocks. And it's very strange to me, it's very sad. And this is one of the side effects of this investing revolution, which I'm very happy about. One of the side effects is you just have people out here just lying. You have people out here that have been buying stock for 3 months and are like, I can teach you all about the stock market. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You've been studying stocks for maybe like 2 months, but I've been studying stocks for 30 years. I started studying finance when I was 18 years old. And this idea that people, so what's happening in my view is that you have a lot of people that are just getting bad information and they're being taught the wrong ideas. And then what happens is that when it doesn't work out, they say, oh, investing's bad. And it's not that investing's bad, it's that your teacher was bad. It's that the information you received was bad. Investing ain't bad. It's like marriage. When people say, oh, marriage is terrible, don't get married, don't get married. No, it just means you married the wrong person. Like, you went through the process in the wrong way. So don't be blaming marriage for your bad decisions. Don't blame marriage because you got a crazy baby mama or your ex-husband, abuse you. Like, don't say marriage is bad. You say that my choices were bad, my partner was bad, my situation was bad. Don't say marriage is bad because all the studies show actually that marriage is a massive wealth builder. Like, all the studies show that all these people out here that claim to be financially insecure, that are struggling and going through hell economically, and you can't afford nothing because everything's expensive. All the studies pretty much show that when people have family and stable relationships, their economics are much, much better. They're actually in a much more comfortable financial situation. Not that every married couple is rich. That's not it. But actually, it makes sense, right? The dynamics make sense. If you have two people making money, then that's better than one person making money, right? And people get into these conversations, well, about 50-50, and what do you bring to the table and all that other stuff. And I'm just kind of like, well, I don't know if y'all should be 50-50, but I know that if you that it's easier to win a game if you got a teammate. I know it's easier to win a championship when you've got other players on the team. I know it's hard to win a championship all by yourself. So if you're last in the league and then you realize that you're going on a basketball court with one player and all your opponents are coming out with five and you can't understand why you're not winning, it's not because you're not a good basketball player. It's because you're not a good teammate. You haven't taken the time to value what others can bring to the table. Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time for the most part, right up there with Wilt Chamberlain. I think him and Wilt might battle. It's maybe it could even be seen as a tie. I have no idea. But even Michael and Wilt needed teammates to win championships. I think Wilt had Jerry West. Michael needed Scottie Pippen. Michael needed B.J. Armstrong and Steve Kerr, and he needed his teammates. So the question I ask you when you're trying to build wealth and you're trying to take advantage of this investing revolution that's taking place, which you should be, is I ask you a simple question: who are your teammates, and are you trying to get teammates, or are you believing the nonsense, the lie that you're supposed to be doing everything by yourself? Because if you believe that lie, let me just tell you, that's I curse it to the root. That is a lie that's straight from the depths of hell. That is a lie that will leave you broke, busted, and disgusted, stressed out, lonely, full of financial anxiety. That is a lie that will leave you financially insecure. Even this idea that you can have children and you're the breadwinner and the nurturer at the same time. Do you know how much work that is? That's insanity.